Welcome to Gifted Underachievers, the podcast for mid-level creatives with delusional ambitions. In this segment, James has a startling new experiment to explain. When he pitches his stories to literary mags, he's adding a paragraph pitching his platform and what he'll do to help sell magazines. Hope you enjoy.
Hey, Pat.
Yes, James.
Not that we need a new experiment. But are you taking pills already?
Yeah.
I'm giving you a headache, aren't I?
I haven't even swallowed this one. No, they're supplements.
Oh, supplements. Well, my goodness. Well, we'll talk about supplements in another segment, I suppose. But no, a new experiment. This is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I feel excited anyway. So
I'm excited.
Good. So one of the things that we as creatives generally do is we submit things and hope people accept them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's standard practice when you pitch a book or submit a book to publishing that you include a piece about your platform.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
But submitting to, smaller submissions, right, to literary journals and that kind of thing. And I'm also thinking there's probably analogous examples in other domains of creativity. But when submitting a short story, for example, to a literary journal, they don't ask for your platform.
No, true.
Right. And there's almost like a sort of ethical quandary, perhaps, or something that they shouldn't be doing that because it should all be based purely on the quality of the submission.
Yes.
Right. Well, I'm breaking the rules.
What?
Yep, I'm breaking the rules. I'm throwing out a little platform here.
Awesome.
And my intention is I feel like literary journals generally are kind of in a constant struggle. There's a constant struggle to get included and all these kinds of things. And so rather than pushing or fighting against, I want to be more cooperative and collaborative. And so we both need to think about the marketing. So if you accept my story, what am I going to bring to the table other than just the story is where my thinking is. And so I've included a paragraph in the cover letter, and I'm not going to put numbers in because, I don't want to do that here. But basically I'm saying, I describe the story and then I have this paragraph. My name is James Buchanan, and if my story is selected, I will promote it through my podcast, Gifted Underachievers, the podcast for mid-level creatives with delusional ambitions, which reaches an average weekly audience of I will also market it on LinkedIn to my number of connections and via pay-per-click ads. It is my intention for anything I publish to succeed beyond expectations.
Wow.
And so I really want to build a sense of partnership with this outlet as opposed to that more sort of anonymous feeling of, here, take this and do with it as you will.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
I'm excited to hear if there's a different response than the strict yes or no, we'll take your story. I'm interested to know if the response comes quicker than average, just because it's what you've done is different. Whether it's we don't give a shit about your platform, or your platform actually means something. So yes, we'll take your story, and then how you feel about that. Oh, am I getting accepted because of my platform or because of my story? So I'm just very, very interested. I think it's a gutsy move. I think that lit mags are kind of a playground for people who there's not a lot of readers out there for lit mags. So it might mean a lot to them to say you can bring a certain number of readers who I presume they'd have to buy the whole issue, which will make their numbers go up. So I don't know if each story is available individually online or something, but so the details to me are very interesting. And I applaud your experiment to I guess, what's the word? I think to have a little more agency.
Yeah. Absolutely. Have a little bit more agency. show a willingness to, I'm willing to work with people to succeed and that kind of thing. And I feel like, we'll find out with the responses, because I'm obviously going to send out more pitches with this statement in them. And so I'll be reporting back, knowing literary journals, this could be months. It certainly will be weeks. So, stay tuned.
Yeah.
But I feel like in a world where the quality of the writing is over the threshold,
Yeah.
right? Then it's like, how do you distinguish yourself?
Yeah.
How do you say to somebody, hey, give me a shot, because
Yeah.
I'm willing to do a little bit more here. So I don't know. We'll find out. And maybe there's listeners that feel like, this is immoral. I'd like to find out what their thoughts are. And maybe there's listeners who are like, well, I've tried it and here's what happened. I don't expect that I'm completely unique in trying this. I mean, I think somebody who's a bestseller on a, New York Times fiction list is going to mention that in their cover letter. But, this is my shot to try and stand out in a crowd.
I await with bated breath the outcome.
Yes. Okay. All right. That's it. We'll tell you what happens when it happens.
Thanks so much for listening to Gifted Underachievers, the podcast for mid-level creatives with delusional ambitions. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, and anywhere else you listen to podcasts. Hope you have a great creative week.